With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thank you for joining us as we bring you today's government and community news as well as weather. We begin with news from the Cayman Islands London office. The Cayman Islands' new representative to the UK and Europe, Mr. Andre Ebanks, recently attended the Labour Party conference in Brighton this week. This is the first year that the Cayman Islands government has participated directly in the conference by organizing a fringe event to discuss the Cayman Islands with the Labour Party. Now, the event involved a chaired discussion between Catherine West MP and Cayman Finance's Jude Scott, who also made the trip to the UK, discussing methods of taxation, including the responsible tax-neutral regime in the Cayman Islands. Events, engagement, and attendance at party conferences form part of the ongoing political engagement efforts by the Cayman Islands government to interact with as many British parliamentarians as possible. Now, the idea is to create and maintain positive working relationships that are intended to better inform parliamentarians and the UK public at large of the Cayman Islands as a thriving overseas territory, its history, heritage, culture, financial services, successful conservation work, and healthcare. Now, during the conference, Mr. Ebanks met with many officials for important discussions, including representatives of Gibraltar and the Falkland Islands, where the discussions surrounded mental health issues with Mental Health First Aid England. Well, the National Roads Authority will be carrying out roadworks on Printers Way from the newly constructed roundabout next to the taxi dispatch bus depot to Thomas Russell Avenue. Works started today and will continue through to next Tuesday, October 1st. The roadworks will take place between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. each day, and Printers Way will be open for local access only during this time. Drivers are asked to look out for traffic diversions and to drive with caution to ensure their safety and that of the work crews. While thanking drivers for their patience, the NRA is working to provide much-needed road improvements. Well, recently the Ministry of Financial Services partnered with FTS Consultants as they offered training on proliferation financing. Minister for Financial Services, the Honourable Tara Rivers, explains exactly what it is.
Which is basically the financing of weapons of mass destruction to the general public here in the Cayman Islands, the financial service industry professionals, as well as those designated non-financial services businesses and professions such as real estate agents and dealers in precious metals, etc. Although it goes hand in hand often with money laundering, there is a slight nuance in the sense that proliferation financing can actually be used from legitimate sources, as in funds. The transactions themselves may be from investments that are legitimate, but they are deployed to nefarious activities, which is the financing of weapons of mass destruction. So it is an area that the world over needs to be increasingly more concerned about, given, of course, instances of terrorism and the ability to try to stop that supply chain. And so as a responsible government and as a jurisdiction, we take these concerns and these risks very seriously. Even though we don't have any known instances of proliferation financing using the jurisdiction, we are aware of the significant risks that the financial services as a whole, the global financial services industry poses. So we are doing our part to ensure that the professionals on the ground know the responsibilities that they have, and also making sure that our legislation is as robust as possible to address these threats.
And the purpose of the training is to raise awareness of the importance of looking for signs of proliferation financing. Attending the week of workshops were various stakeholders, including the Tax Information Authority, General Registry, Department of Commerce and Investment, Customs and Border Control, the RCIPS's Financial Crimes Unit, and the Monetary Authority. These headlines now from the Radio Cayman newsroom. The latest compendium statistics show that last year there were 8,241 students attending local schools, excluding the Lighthouse School. There were 4,623 students in government primary and secondary schools. In the private school system, there were a little over 4,000 or 3,600 students enrolled, which represented 297 more students over the 2017 figures. Meantime, AI Rentals has donated $2,000 to the Meals on Wheels program, which feeds the elderly and disabled hot meals on a daily basis in the Cayman Islands. The company was able to give back by donating $1 from every chair they rented in the month of August. And over a 6-day period this month, green iguana colors carried more than 18,000 green iguanas to the landfill for counting. The cull is a nationwide effort to get rid of the invasive species. So far, 917,000 of the pests have been culled since the program started on October 29th of 2018. Finally, let's take a look at today's weather forecast for our area from the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. A broad area of low pressure across the Western Caribbean will continue to support light winds and seas along with isolated showers and possible thunder across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours. The National Weather Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Jerry, which is located a few hundred miles southwest of Bermuda. Meantime, Tropical Storm Karen is located just south of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Tropical Storm Lorenzo is located over the eastern tropical Atlantic. These storms, of course, pose no immediate threat to the Cayman Islands. Well, the Weather Service reports cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder expected for today, while winds were from the west to northwest at 5 to 10 knots or less. The seas were slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Now, for additional weather information, you can just go online to the Weather Service's website, weather.gov.ky. The latest forecast can also be found on their Facebook page as well as Weather Radio Dial 107.9 FM. And don't forget, you can download the National Weather Service's app, CINWS, to have the latest weather information available at your fingertips. And that's the latest from us here at the CIG Television. To see what's on our programming schedule, you can go online to gis.gov.ky. Be sure to click on the publications icon at the bottom of the first page, on the home page rather. If you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a wonderful and, of course, a very safe night, and hoping you'll join us back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.